I'm Ashley, and I'm here to guide you through a 20-minute restorative yoga practice. This practice is meant to nurture and heal your systems so you can recuperate and feel more energized than before. Today, you're going to need either 2 blocks or 2 bolsters, something to bring one and the other side together, such as symmetry if you're doing lunges or anything like that, and a strap, a sock, anything that can bring a little more extension between the limbs of your body. Let's get started. So start on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat. Bring your hands down by your sides, and then just walk your feet a little bit wider than hip width and let your knees knock in towards each other. Close your eyes and relax your body. Start by deepening your breath. Notice the filling and releasing of your lungs with each breath. Let's start with 3 together just to begin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, fill up all the way. Exhale, completely empty out. Last one, fill up, breathe in. Exhale to let go. And now that you feel a little more present with your body, start to tune into your senses. A big part of yoga, let alone restoration, is you really paying attention to what your body needs and feels in the moment. It's being present. Feel the temperature on your skin. Feel any breeze or circulation in the space that you're practicing. Notice any specific sensation in your body. And not trying to change or judge, just being present with what it feels like. And slowly walk your feet together to touch. And let your knees open wide like a book. Bring your arms overhead. And either let your elbows bend and your arms rest, or you can grab opposite elbows to create an opening in the front of your chest. And again, your eyes can be closed, and maybe you're just listening to my voice, or you need to peek forward at our video to ensure that your positioning is correct, and then drop back into your body. I want to get you in the habit for especially restorative yoga of just trusting and dropping in instead of worrying about doing it right. And you might feel a deep stretch in your inner thighs, but instead of resisting that stretch, just allow your knees to fall wider and wider with every exhale, letting gravity take over. Breathe in, fill up your belly, your chest, your lungs, your ribs. Breathe out, empty, and let go. And gently close your knees like a book. Hug your knees into your chest and wrap your arms around your legs. And you should feel your low back gently lift off the ground and just find some side-to-side movements, rocking your pelvis and your tail. Good, now keep your right knee in, reach your left leg forward on your mat. And just hold here. Feel the lengthening of the front of your left hip flexor. And pull your right knee to your chest to start to activate through the right hip flexor. Circle your right foot and ankle. And know that this doesn't have to be any bigger than it is. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good, now take your left hand to your right foot and pull your right foot in towards the center of your belly. It might not go very far, but what you're looking for is a gentle stretch in your outer right hip. And as you feel that stretch, just keep pulling your right calf and shin bone forward towards the front of your chest, no matter how far it goes. You're just aiming to feel stretch, not to accomplish a goal as far as the shape of your body. Good, and then gently release your right leg forward. Pull your left knee into your chest. Start by really lengthening your right leg to the front of your space. And take a breath in and a breath out. Circle your left foot and ankle. Make sure you go both directions to start to mobilize this joint. And then gently reach down with your right hand towards your left foot and pull your left foot in towards the midline of your body. Could be your belly button or your pelvis. Just do what you can here. And note that this stretch can be a little more passive than it would be active. It's a gentle way to recuperate just by bringing awareness to your body. And exhale, release both feet flat on the ground. Take your arms down by your sides one more time. Your feet are hip width distance. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead, big breath. Exhale, take your arms forward and down by your sides. Inhale, arms up and overhead, stretch out. Exhale, arms forward and down by your sides. One more time, inhale, arms up and overhead. Keep your arms there. Exhale, lift your hips off the ground. Squeeze your glutes and press your pelvis towards the sky. Find energy in your feet. Really ground down through the heels and ball mounds evenly. Good. Now take a breath in, lift a little higher. Exhale, lower your hips down slowly. Once you get down, grab for your feet or your ankles for happy baby pose. Take your knees to the outer edges of your rib cage, then rock your hips side to side. If you feel really tight here, slide your hands down towards your calves to give a little more space and accessibility. Good, now gently release your feet down to the mat. Cross your right ankle over your left knee for figure 4 shape. Press your right knee forward energetically. And you can either stay here or you can thread the needle, reach your hands behind your left thigh, and pull your legs back towards your body. You want to keep your hips on the floor and your shoulders as relaxed as possible. Take a few breaths here without worrying about what's coming next. Just be present with your body. Good, and slowly release. Both feet down, cross your left ankle over your right knee. Find the second side. Option again to thread the needle if you did on the other side and pull your legs back. If when you thread the needle, your hips lift a lot off the ground, just release that thread and keep your right foot on the floor. And again, a couple breaths here. Keep your left foot flexed to protect your knee joint. And then exhale, release both of your legs. Now find your strap or whatever prop that you grabbed. Doesn't matter as long as it gives you a little bit of an opportunity to have some more space. So you're gonna hook that strap under the base of your right foot, right around the center where the arch is. Extend your left leg forward and kind of choke down on the strap so that you can bend your elbows by your sides. Your right knee can be bent, it doesn't have to be straight. You're just looking for a gentle hamstring stretch. So go ahead and pull your strap forward and back gently. And you want one end in each hand so you have the most control over the right leg. Take a couple breaths, continue to soften your shoulders and be gentle with that pulling sensation. Good, Good, gently bend your right knee, release your strap off of your foot, and place it around your left foot. So we'll just take the second side. Extend your left heel towards the sky, flex your toes so you get an added calf stretch. And again, we're finding that kind of moving stretch, that dynamic stretch versus a static hold. And breathe into the backs of your legs. And when we say that, it means just imagine your breath moving through that space, that area of your body. Good, now gently release the strap from your left foot. Set it off to the side of your mat. Then flip over to your belly. So just kind of roll over, scoop back onto your mat. And find a space where you can come all the way down to your belly and make a pillow with your palms. So stack one on top of the other and place your forehead directly on top of your palms. Once you get there, take your big toes to touch. Let your knees splay out, or rather your heels splay out wide. And feel your low back release. And again, we're working with focusing on the breath. So feel your breath expand and contract all the way into the back ribs. Nowhere to be but right here. Good, and then gently release, slide your palms underneath your shoulders. And then once you get your palms under your shoulders, walk your elbows back so they're pointing directly to the sky. Inhale, baby cobra, lift your chest without using your hands too much. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press the shoelace side of your feet down into the mat and open your chest forward. Exhale, lower down. Good, let's move with the breath. We're strengthening our spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Hug your elbows in tight. Exhale, lower. Good, one more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, and come to Sphinx pose. Slide your elbows underneath your shoulders. And then press energy down through your forearms and traction your heart forward. What you might find if your elbows are too far forward or too far back, you won't have a lot of support. So again, in the name of restorative yoga, we're creating a stacking sense with our joints so we don't have to do too much work to prop ourselves up. Now pull your chest forward. Feel the big arch in your back and the stretch through the front line of your body. Take 2 breaths, actively press down through the forearms. Good, exhale, lower your chest. Slide your hands back to that position that they were in for your cobra. Inhale, upward facing dog. Arch your back, lift your chest all the way up, and then decide if you want to pull your knees off the floor or not. Sometimes that activeness can bring some more support to your low back. Exhale, lower back down to your belly. Good, now press back to a child's pose. Come onto your hands and knees, and then sit your hips back onto your heels. Rest your forehead on the mat, and maybe even bring your knees a little bit wider so that you've got support. And then feel your palms pressing into the earth. Stretch your arms forward, push your hips onto your heels. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in again. Breathe out some more. Good, now shift forward to tabletop position. All fours, hands and knees. Now you're gonna find your blocks and you're gonna place them underneath your hands, and you can go middle setting or flattest setting, whatever feels better and more supportive for your body. You wanna step your right foot between your blocks, and then your right foot and your left knee are hip width distance. So you've got some space for your hips to feel supported. Once you've got your blocks down, send your hips forward and back. to work the front of your left hip flexor and lengthen the back of your right hamstring. So it's just a gentle stretch, working your pelvis in a forward back direction. And when you come forward, really lift and lengthen your chest and your heart. When you come back, maybe you flex your right toes to get some more space. And continue to move forward and back with your breath. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Good, and then come forward. Keep your left hand on the block, reach your right arm high, find a twist. Open your chest and keep your right knee hugging in towards your belly. Soften your right shoulder blade away from your ear, maybe even gaze to the sky. Big breath in, big breath out. Now take your right hand to the inside of your right thigh. Press your right thigh open and lean your chest back to get some added stretch through the hips. Breathing in once again. Breathing out. Good, now release both hands down to the blocks. Step yourself back to tabletop position and bring your left foot forward. We'll find that entire sequence on the second side. Inhale, sink your hips down, pull your chest forward and out. Exhale, pull your hips back, flex your toes. Again, inhale, come forward, lift your heart. Exhale, pull back, hips back. Inhale, forward, lift your chest. Exhale, last one, pull back. Good, and then inhale again, shift forward, stay there. Keep your right hand on the block, reach your left arm high for that big giant twist. Open up your chest to the left side of your space. And try to relax both of your shoulder blades away from your ears. Steady breath here. Good, now bring your left hand to the inside of your left thigh. Lean your upper body back. Again, find that big hip stretch as you sink your pelvis down a little more. Then gently release both hands down to the blocks. Widen your blocks and bring them on the highest setting. So the tallest setting that they can go. Lift your back knee and step your back foot up so you come into a standing forward fold. Drop your head and neck. You can keep your hands on the blocks or move the blocks out of the way and grab opposite elbows. Knees are bent and then sway a little bit side to side. Shift your weight forward and back from the heels to the ball mounds of your feet, and then again side to side from the right and left sides of your feet. You're looking for that big stretch through the backs of your legs, but also, most importantly, a decompression of your spine as the crown of your head hangs heavy. And your knees bending is a key part of accessing your spine here. And then release your hands down. Step yourself back to a downward facing dog, both feet to the back of your mat. And then widen your stance, at least hip width, wider if you need more space in the hamstrings. Bend your knees, lift your heels, and press your tailbone up and back a little higher. Good, now drop your knees down to the floor. And then come to a seated posture. We'll come all the way down to our back once again, getting ready to close out practice. Once you get down on your back, second time we hug the knees into the chest. And this should look familiar. Right knee will stay in, left leg reaches forward. And take a big breath in. Exhale, supine twist. Take your right knee over to the left side of your mat and bring your chin and your gaze over your right shoulder as you extend your right arm out to the right. Breathe in. Breathe out. And with every exhale, you're allowing gravity to assist you in releasing more and more. Inhale, come back to center. Good, now draw your left knee to your chest. Reach your right leg forward. Take a big breath in. Exhale, supine twist. Drop your left knee over to the right. And again, you'll extend your left arm out, gaze over your left shoulder, and then close your eyes. Inhale, come back to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Pull everything tight into the midline. And take a huge breath in. Exhale, final Shavasana. Spread your body out and adjust yourself so you get comfortable on your mat. Let your arms come down by your sides. Palms face the sky. Let your feet kind of flop out to release your low back. And with your eyes closed, you're just aiming to steady your breath a little bit more here. And think of this just as a couple minutes to yourself, a mental vacation from all of the things that you think about throughout the day. Giving you a little bit of time and space to feel, to breathe, to learn. And gently begin to deepen your breath. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Take a full inhale. Open your mouth, exhale. And gently reach your arms up and overhead. Find a full body stretch here. Bend your knees. Roll over to the right side for fetal position. Use your bicep as a pillow. And then with your eyes closed, press up to a comfortable seated posture at the top of your mat. And sit cross-legged with a tall spine. Bring your hands together to prayer at your heart center. And just notice what the process of taking care of your body does for you. Right now, in the future, and in all the areas of your life. Gently bow forward to seal in your practice. Namaste.